The party walks into the Silver Serpent Tavern, tired after their last quest and eager for some mischief. The tavern is lively with dance and music, and a jolly old man stands behind the bar with an adorable small dog coming to greet the party with a lick. The ranger notices a woman brooding in the corner of the tavern, seeming to eye the barkeep with envy. The old barkeep looks over at the party as they approach. "Welcome to the Silver Serpent Tavern. Name's Theo, and I see you've already met my dog Pancake." Unbeknownst to the party, Theo is actually cursed into servitude to Pancake, for Pancake is the victim of a true polymorph spell long ago, and is actually Slakor, the exalted on death, ruler of a land once purified of mortality. Slakor needs Theo to accumulate funds to purchase spell materials to revert his form, and this was the last night of sales they would have needed. The party plays some dice games with locals, and the rogue catches a case of the sticky fingers. He sneaks up behind the bar and tries to pickpocket Theo. Natural 1. Theo turns over to the rogue in confusion. The player panics and blurts out, "Oh god, I stabbed Theo," as the mouths of the other players drop and the DM starts to sweat. He deals enough damage to kill Theo, who then slumps over the bar. The party realizes things are about to go south, and they all escape out the back room as the crowd begins to scream and Pancake goes scurrying away. The DM is in shock. Theo is a main part of the next story arc. How would the storyline progress? This is where having a proper framework to your world comes in handy as a DM. Open World D&D can seem very daunting and can be easily made far too difficult. In my campaigns, I only run in Open World, as I found a system that makes it very easy. Motivations. Do not think of your world in terms of plot. Plot gets broken as soon as the rogue stabs your very important NPC. Think of your world in terms of motivations. The entire world can operate pretty much autonomously if the DM lays the proper framework of motivations for all the key factions and characters. This boils down to two things: what they have and what they want. List out all of the factions and key characters in your world. List out these two things. Flesh these out a bit to add depth to the character. For what they have, who are they allies with? Who will they protect? Who do they hate? What's their secret? For what they want, what's their goal? What steps might they take to achieve that, and what would they try first? And how desperate are they? Elaborate on these subjects and repeat for every major character and faction. This will take some front-loading of your work, but it will pay off massively. To preserve your hard work, freeze time for these factions and characters until the party encounters any information about them, either through meeting them in person, meeting their enemy, or hearing the town crier about one faction invading some nearby land. As soon as the party gains this info, progress time naturally for these characters. Think of the game in chunks of time steps. As a party does one thing, say a quest, the world progresses one time step. Every unfroze character thus makes one time step's worth of progress towards their goal. Then, as time goes on, the world will feel alive and natural for your players. These time steps of progress should come easy to the DM as they know what they want and what they have, and so thinking of logical next steps will be a breeze. The party returns from their quest and the town crier continues on about the so far successful invasion of nearby lands. Perhaps this invasion will spread closer and closer to the town. That's up to the party to intervene and affect the world in a proper way. The party will gain an appreciation of the living world around them. A sense of urgency is introduced, and they learn the dangers of prioritizing their time poorly. This will take practice and time, but is an extremely rewarding system. Prep in between sessions become much easier. All you have to do is think of the proper time step in progress and fill in minutiae about the world close to the party, such as important buildings of the town they're going to, and local events. Your sessions and story will be much more rugged and less susceptible to railroading and the fragility as illustrated earlier. Give it a shot. Back at the tavern, the brooding woman from the corner quickly mans the bar, lying to the guards that she works there and describes the murder of the poor tavern owner. Known only to her, she's been waiting for a moment to strike at her longtime trade rival Theo in the town who drove her beloved tavern into closing. She assumes ownership of the tavern and smiles. The party quickly scampers from alley to alley, dodging town guards, searching for the murderer. The party curses out the rogue's player for ruining their relaxing night at a tavern. They just reach the town limits when they see a small dog whimpering and looking longingly at the party. The party squeals from the cuteness and quickly take Pancake on as a party pet before they steal off into the night.
Slaykor, the exalted on death, ruler of a land once purified of mortality,
Wags his tail happily, eager to have found a new batch of victims.